Hello, Professor Meyer class. This week we'll be discussing how to evaluate information. So there are a couple of things that you want to keep in mind when you're evaluating information that you're going to use for a paper or a project, whatever it may be. The first thing you want to be aware of is the information that you're looking at factual? The internet is a wide place where anyone can say anything they want, they can post whatever they want, and they can claim it as fact if they like. So what you have to do is make sure that you're verifying your information across various sites. You also want to make sure that if you Google, which is something that we do a lot these days, that you're paying attention to what sites you're on. There are a couple of sites that you like to steer away from, mostly if they're .com or .net. They're not always bad, but you have to be careful with those. Whenever possible, you want to find something that ends in .edu. That means that it's an educational site. .org, that means it's an organizational site, or .gov, which means it's actually a government site. So it's based on from government agencies, and that's information that they themselves are posting. Getting information from these sites is the best option when possible, but even then you always want to make sure to verify across multiple platforms. So next you want to make sure that the information is reliable. Who's posted this? Who did the study? You want to know information about that because sometimes people can post things and they're not always 100% reliable. You may think, oh, I've heard that before, or oh, I've seen that before. But is it true? Is it based on information that has been gathered and confirmed as correct? You never want to just put information in your projects or papers that you aren't 100% sure about being factual. Next, you want to make sure that the information that you find is well supported. There's surveys that have been done. There's studies that have been done. A lot of time has been put into putting this information together because, again, anything can be posted. Anyone can say anything. So you want to make sure that they have information to back up the claims that they're making before you use what they're saying to back up what you want to mention in your paper or project. That leads into making sure that the information is correct. If you know for a fact that something isn't completely accurate, you may want to look into the answer, finding the answer somewhere else. As sometimes it may seem like it's right, the source may seem very reliable and like they put a lot of time in it, but it may not be exactly correct or what you're looking for. So you want to make sure that you verify that. Next, you do want to make sure that the information is verifiable, that it's not something that someone has just posted up and is going with. You want to make sure that they have backup for what they're saying and make sure that the information is, again, accurate. One of the biggest problems with just Googling and taking whatever you find from that is that the information is not always 100%. So you want to make sure that you're always looking into whatever you're searching for on multiple sites, multiple platforms to make sure that the information is valid. Next, you want to make sure that it's fair. You never want to be on a site that's really attacking or trying to drag down another point of view because actually studying another opinion to what you're talking about can help you write your own paper. So you know what arguments to make, you know how to counter attack whatever's being said from that point of view. But you want to make sure that the information is fair and it's not coming from personal opinion or testimonials because anyone can say anything and you don't necessarily know why they're saying that. So you want to be aware of that. Next, you want to make sure that the information is comprehensive, that there's a lot of data to back it up, that it's not just I said this, so it's true. You want to make sure that there's a lot of information, which again is why you want to search across multiple sites and verify it in several different places before putting it into your own work as backup. So along with Google, you can also use the catalogs, databases that are available through the school. These are things like more scholarly sites, papers written by professionals, and they're well checked and you know that it's accurate and valid information to use. So you don't want to always depend strictly on Google because there are other options. And the catalogs offered by the school are underutilized tools, so you want to really make use of those. So those are a couple of ways that you can verify and make sure that information is valid before using it. Thank you for watching.